All right. Good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all doing? All right. So, real quick, let's see. YouTube is live now. All right. So, real quick, I'm just going to share this video to my other groups. Make sure everybody can get in that wants to. Y'all bear with me for just a minute. There's also one other thing I really need to do before we get started because I haven't done this yet today. There it is. Okay, share. Hey, Stingray123, how are you doing? Where are you from? Let's see. Let's do share in a group. Group name. Oh, you're in Scotland. Nice. What time is it there? Down it, bro. This actually isn't a beer, just so you know. 9 o'clock at night. All right, not bad. Caught you guys early this time. I think the last time I did this, it was like midnight. Welcome, Lillian. No, I'm not gonna get your name right. Welcome, Lillian. First day on Periscope. How you doing? Where are you from? I love talking to you guys. I would love to come to Scotland. That's actually where my family clan started. My clan, for whatever reason, mainly because I don't know the full story, I was originally part of the McMillan clan. And somewhere along the line, they split. And my part of the clan changed their name to McMillan and moved to Ireland. And then eventually we would come over to the US. So I want to visit Scotland, but I always joke with people that even if I were to drink, I couldn't go to a Scottish pub and I can't go to an Irish one because I'm both. So let's see, McMillan. Solario Jr., welcome. How are you? Where are you from? All right, last share, and then we will move on. Bring back. There we go. Okay, make sure there's nobody I'm missing on YouTube, nobody on Facebook. All right, so, but you had told me to down this, and this actually isn't a beer. I would love to. There's actually I need to do some more research because there are debates as to what my clan coat of arms and my clan kilt actually are. Would it be the Scottish one? Would it be the Irish one? And then there's a couple different versions of each. So, but this right here is actually my energy tea. If you've never joined me before, this chat is just a chance. It's only a half hour to get to know me and me to get to know you guys and where you're from. What aspect of your health would you like? We talk about not just that though, but different topics. I don't do political. I don't like to start waves. I have my views and you have yours, and that's where we leave it. I also ask that you guys keep it clean because for all I know, one of the people watching on this video is my son. So this, if you never joined me before, this is an energy tea. I drink this mainly to stay hydrated as well as not let my voice go hoarse while I'm talking to y'all. But today also I have yet to take the things that I take on a daily basis to help me get through the day. Starting with this little one. This is called Mood Lift. For those of you that can see this, I'm broadcasting on 4 different social medias right now, so y'all just bear with me, okay? This one is called Mood Lift. It does exactly what the name suggests, okay? I take 2 of these. Not usually do I take more than 2, but depending on the day, I do take up to about 4. The next one is my Metabolic Boost. This one I'm trying to get back in shape, get myself healthy again, drop the weight before a big trip that we're doing in December. So this one helps curb my metabolism and keep me from being hungry and overeating. Okay, so that's two. This one, I absolutely have to say, is my favorite and my most important. This one is called MindWorks. Every one of us, we have uh, a synapses in our brain that tells us to do different things at different times. Next Batman, how are you? Where are you from? And what makes you the next Batman? I'm curious because so far there's been a lot of actors that haven't been able to fill those shoes. Um, so MindWorks strengthens the neurons in your brain and the branches that connect those neurons to slow down mental decline and help you focus. Okay. Now, I'm not about to go join any major sports league whatsoever, but I have also noticed a small increase in my hand-eye coordination as well. Um, Without this pill, if I let myself go too long without taking MindWorks, I actually have even begun to stutter a little bit. I can't form a complete sentence, and most importantly, I can't remember how to do my job that I do every day. So my wife will not let me run out of MindWorks for very long. Next, this little guy is Stress Relief Complex. A lot of us don't realize how much stress is actually in our day-to-day lives. Which drug? Ritalin. No, I don't take Ritalin. In fact, I don't take any drugs that you can find by prescription. All my stuff is natural. The principle by which I live by, or try to live by, is that everything you need in this life to live happier, longer, and younger can be found in nature. So everything I take is legitimately 100% natural. Um, no, it is not all placebo. And I'll tell you what, Stingray 123. If you want to try this yourself, you are more than welcome to. You can go to my site. You can order a bottle for yourself. And if you're not happy with it, we will give you back your money at 100%. Even if you try the whole bottle and you come back and you say that, has there been studies? Yes, there have been studies. Scottish guy 76. Welcome. Wow, I'm really hitting in Scotland today. Yes, there have been studies, and I can point you to those. When we're done here, if you would like, you and I can do a one-on-one FaceTime chat or Zoom, whatever you prefer, and I can show you all those studies. There have been studies done by this that have shown to actually improve everybody's levels. This one here, like I said, is stress relief. Okay, Hypercaliber, welcome. Where are you from? Last but not least is just a way to get my daily green intake. Yes, I do like eggs. I've only recently, you're right, Coke is bad for health. That is why when you see me buy a Coke, it's usually to eat away at the battery acid in my car. What kind of eggs? I prefer scrambled. However, my wife makes enchilada casserole and she puts a fried egg on top, which is absolutely wonderful. I love it. So last but certainly not least is my alfalfa to help me just get my greens on a regular basis. I take 4 of these at a time. The bottle actually says to take 10. However, sometimes I'm pretty bad at that. So if y'all will excuse me for just a minute, I'm going to take these right now on live camera in front of everybody, along with some of my energy tea, and get those working in my system for the day. Oh, there we go. So how do you feel about calling? I don't really care, to be honest with you. Shrooms aren't micro. I've been able to paint much better after a couple of months. What is my BMI? That's a good question. The last time I checked, my BMI I think was you know what? I don't even remember. And mainly the reason I don't remember is because I don't follow BMI. I hate that math. I think it is a piss poor excuse for measuring how you're doing. I tend to focus on how my clothes fit and my overall energy levels. I don't focus on BMI. Now, having said that, I know my BMI is way off where it should be for somebody my age and my height, but like I said, I don't follow it. I tend to focus on my strength training, my cardio, and overall how my clothes fit. And in fact, this shirt alone is actually too big for me. I've got to order a new one. This is an XL, and it's just, I feel like I'm wearing a 10. Unfortunately, right now, it's the only Shackley shirt that I like. Do you like paleo diet? No, I do not. While I do see that there are advantages to paleo, I believe that your body needs those nutrients, and switching to just a strict paleo diet, you actually miss out on the nutrients that you need. And you guys are asking good questions. I love it. Keep them coming. Um, I believe that in order to get the most out of your body, how your body can reach its own nutrients, you need to eat the proper nutrients every day. You can't go to a specific diet, whether it's paleo or refined carbs, are no good. Give me an example. What do you mean by refined carbs? Like what? Um, no, I don't. I don't do fasting. Your body needs the nutrients on a regular basis. Okay, I believe that, and there have been studies that show this one too, that the average person needs to eat anywhere between 5 and 6 times a day. Okay, now good healthy food. Okay, you guys can see I'm not real great at that one yet. That takes discipline. Um, but 3 meals and 2 or 3 snacks, depending on your metabolism, to help you get through the day. Me, traditionally, I will usually eat about 5. 3 meals, 2 snacks, and usually by then I'm good. I feel energized. I've eaten the amount of calories I'm supposed to eat for somebody like me trying to lose weight, and I'm actually even starting to see a decrease in my overall body weight as it is. But like I said, I focus more um, on how my clothes fit than my body weight, and reason being is because um, refined carbs are like wheat, flour, refined rice, etc. Um, okay, so then going back to your statement, um, yeah, you're right. In most cases, they are no good. Um, you're right. But what I dislike, and no offense to anybody, celiac disease. I actually have a buddy that has it. He has to go gluten free in order to keep his health. However, all of a sudden, the big trend became everything needs to be gluten free. We've been eating bread for hundreds of years, and now all of a sudden you're allergic to gluten. No, you're not. But everything is in moderation. Okay, so um, you have to be careful with what you're going to do. Um, I don't know about that one. You did 3 months of research, or somebody else did 3 months of research? Because what if I could show you one that would help you out even more? Um, and I'll share websites here when we're done. Um, so me personally, I try to eat 3 nutritious meals every day with 2 snacks in between. One of them being like a piece of fruit with my energy tea. High protein, low carb training for reps, and then failure training to finish. Um, oh, failure training. You mean burnout, don't you? Or that's the same thing as burnout. What you call failure training, I think I call burnout. Um, and a lot of my friends that lift weights call it burnout too, where you just go until you flat can't lift anything anymore. Um, your body feels like jello, you're worn out, you're exhausted. You cannot lift anything else without it squishing you. I think that's what you refer to as failure training. Um, there is a regimen that I'm going to get started back on, which falls into that. It starts by your first day, especially if you've never done this before. Your first day starts with finding out what you can do, what your max is. Okay. So If you've never worked out before, I recommend you start low and add to it. Okay. Traditionally, I will do. Almost everyone in my family has diabetes, and most are overweight. Paleo cured them. That's awesome, but I know of another way to do it. Um, that's phenomenal. Congratulations to you, dude. Really, I mean that is great. That is so wonderful to hear. I love it when people can get over those things. So let me ask you something. Do you have anybody in your family that uh, that deals with fibromyalgia or any kind of autoimmune issue? Because I might be able to help with that one as well. Um, that is phenomenal. That is great news. Way to go, dude. That is absolutely wonderful. I love it. I love hearing stuff like that. Um, Hypothyroidism. Okay. If you'll allow me to do some research on that one, I might be able to help you with that one too. Um, in fact, I'm almost certain that I can. Now, okay. Having said that, what I do is I help people. I will never ever tell you that what I do is a cure. It helps. Okay. It helps you feel better in general. And if we can get rid of some of those things like hypothyroidism um, along the way, great. But everybody is different. And that is one thing that I hate because, or I don't hate that everybody's different. That's a good thing. Nope. I phrased that wrong. What works for you might not work for others. Okay. So take, for instance, the paleo diet that worked for your family. It helped them get rid of diabetes, and that's all well and good. But that may not work for the person over here. That's why it's so important to do your research and do your homework and figure out what exactly will work for you. It doesn't mean that paleo won't work, but try it out, see what happens. If you don't like the results, find something else. What you need to do though is find what works for you and stick with it. Okay. If that's what works for you, great, have at it. Okay. Me personally, I lose weight most the more I eat. No doctor ever told them to cut carbs, only kept on increasing insulin doses. Okay. So this is part of the reason why I have a book that says what your doctor wasn't taught. Um, it's a free book for me. If you want it, let me know. But in my opinion, doctors work on um, diagnostic medicine, not preventative medicine. And so that's why a holistic approach to health has become so big, is because holistic medicine or holistic practice relies on preventative instead of diagnostic. And Han 1986, welcome. How are you? Where are you from? And what time is it there where you're at? Um, that is partly why all natural and herbal has become so big in our society today, is because um, exactly, doctors practice pharma driver medicine. That's exactly right. And that's what I hate, because there are so many things that can be dealt with if you look at the core of the issue. If you look at the core problem, not the symptom that is a result of it, you're more likely to have agreed. He said opiates are terrible. Absolutely agree. Um, so you got to do your research, okay? Figure out what the core issue is so that you can get rid of all the symptoms. Does that make sense? You can't just go to a doctor and tell the doctor, hey, this is what's going on, and they give you some drug to fix the problem. That doesn't help. They're not dealing with the core of the issue to begin with. Okay, so take for instance, doctors give them out like candy instead of helping. Agreed. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. His name is Dr. Mike. He seems like a nice guy, but he's still a doctor. And when I told him that there was a way to reverse diabetes using healthy nutrition, he pretty much laughed in my face, because he believed that there is no way to get rid of diabetes. Wrong. Dead wrong. Okay. There is a way. You've got to change your nutrition. You've got to change your overall balance. Okay. Take, for instance, MS. Okay. The core of MS is an autoimmune issue. Okay. Essentially, it's your immune system attacking itself so that Um, sorry, um, I missed a message on YouTube. Let me see if they're still watching. Y'all give me just 1 second while I message this person. Guys, just if I miss your messages, I'm sorry. I'm not doing it intentionally. Like I said, I'm broadcasting four different channels. So if I miss one, y'all just bear with me, okay? So anyway, thank you. I try to be. I'm not gonna lie. Some days are easier than others, but I choose to look at the world with sunshine instead of gray clouds. If that makes any sense, I try to be a very optimistic person. So anyway, the crux of MS is your body's immune system attacking itself because somewhere along the line during your lifetime, your body essentially flipped a switch and now doesn't know essentially which end is up, if that makes any sense. So my father and I did a study on autoimmune issues, focusing primarily on MS. And we came up with a regimen that would essentially break down your system and then build it back up so that essentially flipping that switch back so that your body knows, oh, hey, this is actually good for me. Now let's go out and fix the rest of the body. Most people, they have a hard time with wanting to try what me and my dad came up with because it starts by not going to the doctor. Okay. And a lot of people have problems with that because they've been going to the doctor for so long that how can the doctor be wrong and I'm right, a guy who's never had any medical training? You know what? I don't know, but it's entirely possible. Next Batman, if okay, so the wait, let me okay. So the question, guys, was is there a connection of autoimmune diseases with vaccines? In all honesty, I don't know. But next Batman, if you'll give me a chance, I would love to do some research on that and then find a way to get in touch with you. Would that be okay? If you have a pen and a piece of paper, or actually, I'll tell you what, can you, here, you guys see this, right? Okay, I've got a pen right here. Let me make sure it works. Okay, next Batman, if you don't mind, will you give me a way to get a hold of you so I can reach out to you and after I've done some research and we can see if there is actually a link between this. Like I said, I will never tell you not to go see a doctor. Okay, there are some things in this world that a doctor is necessary and it's crucial. Okay, please, if something is really wrong, go see a doctor. What I'm saying though is I want to improve your overall general health in the hopes that you don't have to go to a doctor very much. So next Batman, I have a working pen. If you'll give me a way to get a hold of you, or if you don't want to broadcast that, which I completely understand, let me give you mine right now, and you can email me directly so that I have a way to get a hold of you. Which would you prefer? Your email. Okay, great. Okay, so my email is Steve, Steve, at Steve McMillan, McMillan.org. And actually, I'm going to post that in my YouTube. So that's there. Let me go post it in Facebook real quick. Hey, Jessica, how are you? So my friend Jessica just joined on Facebook. Give my email address there. Okay, so you guys watching on Periscope right now, did you get my email address or do I need to repeat it? I definitely would love to talk more with you guys about this. Definitely do some more research. Here's what I'd also You got it. Okay, great. Stingray got it. What about you, Batman? Wow, just like that, it's been 25 minutes. That's unreal. Uh, uh, can I please write? Sure. Here. I'll write it for you guys right now. Okay. I can't type it. It won't let me. Unfortunately, I can't post a comment on my own show. Start sketching, hide chat. I don't want to hide chat. Let me see. I can't believe that my own thing won't let me chat myself. Cancel. Okay, so see, I'm no good at writing this stuff down. I'll tell you what. Do this. You got my web address? All right, let me give you my way too long a conversation for a half-hour show. Thoughts on the war on drugs. Way too long a conversation. Okay, so I disagree on that one too. I can't make it an hour. This actually at one point it was an hour, but nobody responded or people dropped off. James0131, welcome. I'm sorry, I got your name. Welcome to you guys too. I'm loving that. I'm sorry that I missed you guys join. Let me know where you're from. I'm always interested to know where my viewers are coming from. So let me give you guys my web address. It's www.mcmillan, McMillan, wellness, WELLNESS.com, McMillanWellness.com. On there, you can find a way to get a hold of me through social media. And hello from France and Ireland. Ireland and Scotland lads are here tonight. That is awesome. I love it. Okay. Yes, next Batman. That is it. McMillanWellness.com. That is me. On there, you'll find a way to get a hold of me. From Saudi Arabia. Okay, so we got Ireland, Scotland, France, Saudi Arabia. Wow, you guys are awesome. I'm loving this. And then my friend Jessica, who's on Facebook, she's in Corpus Christi. Good tonight. Okay, so France, Saudi Arabia. What time is it there? I don't know how long you guys are how far ahead of us you guys are here in the States, but always interested to know. Baghdad. No, next Batman's Baghdad, Beaumont, Texas. Oh, okay. You're not too far from me. I'm actually in Huntsville. Grew up in Katy. 12:30 a.m. Iraq. Nice. So if you're just now joining us, I typically will only do these for a half hour, but there's been so much conversation. I think we could push this a little while longer. What do you guys say? Let me tell you, if you haven't joined before, let me just recap real quick. I do these every week, typically for a half hour, from 4 to 4:30 Central Standard Time. And this is a chance for you guys to ask me questions and me get to know you guys and what aspects of your overall health and wellness you'd like to improve on. So it's always a pleasure to see you guys. I love chatting and getting to know people. I don't know what kind of question. Just about any question I will answer. All I ask is that because my son could be one of the ones watching, that you please keep it clean. there is so much combo to be had, and it's hard to do a lot of it in only a half hour. But part of the reason why I love doing what I do is because I can do one-on-one meetings. I can do I can do group chats all around the world at any time I want. Don't know. To be quite honest with you, I kind of hate that word because it doesn't mean what it used to. Sam Frank, welcome. How are you? Where are you from? Um, Man, Jess, we got a lot of people talking tonight. Um, so, sure. Speak one little French. Bonjour. That's about all I know. Um, I used to. I'm not sure how good that was, to be honest with you. Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, mademoiselle. It's about all I know. No. Would you support Obama for a third term? No. I don't think any president should go above two. Period. I don't care how good they are. I don't care how poor they were, or how mahaba in Arabic means hello. I hope you're telling me the truth because I really don't want to say something I'm going to regret later and start um, a big argument amongst people. Uh, I support the position. Does that make sense? Um, oh no! I believe you. I okay. So funny story for all of you. Um, when I had an opportunity to go to Mexico on a mission trip, um, they tried to get me to sing La Cucaracha, and I didn't know what it meant, only to find out that it's a song about smoking marijuana. So, um, like I said, um, I support the position, not necessarily the person. Um, Salam alaikum. Did I pronounce that right? There's a reason why I had a Spanish teacher tell me to drop Spanish. What kind? Oh, hey, Skylar, my friend Skylar. Actually, my wife's cousin joined on Instagram. Uh, in this particular past election, it was the lesser of two evils. I didn't support really either one of them, but regardless, like I said, this is why I try to stay away from the politics side of it. So, miss you too, Skylar. Hopefully, we'll see you soon. Um, so anyway, what other questions do you guys have? Um, Welcome, you guys. Where are you guys from? What am I drinking? I am drinking a pomegranate energy tea. I do put a little sugar in it because I do like my sweet tea. However, it is all primarily tea designed to help your body produce its own natural caffeine. This was one of the things that I started to drink in order to get myself away from Cokes, um, and get that junk out of my system. Oh, you're welcome, Stingray. Um, Matt, have a good night. Take care. I hope to hear from you again soon. Um, and unless you guys have any other questions, we're gonna call it good for this week, um, because it has been over a half hour. I hope that everybody has a fantastic day. I hope you'll join me next week, 4 to 4:30 Central Standard Time, every Saturday. Um, Next Batman, it was nice talking with you too. What time? What time's the show again? 4 to 4:30 Central Standard Time every Saturday. I will try to let you guys know if it don't meet on Saturday, in which case I usually do it on Sundays. So You guys take care. Have a great one. We'll talk to y'all later. God bless to all of you. Take care.